I just finished watching Baki Season 2, and to be honest, I'm pretty disappointed. In fact, I found this season really annoying. And above all, the fighting was terrible. For example, when it came to the fight with Baki and Pickle, I felt like I was watching an RPG game. Now before I get to the fighting, the first thing that was pretty annoying about this season was the fact that none of these fights even mattered. Look, we already know that Baki has to face Pickle, so we already know that all of these guys are going to lose to him. What made these fights feel like they were missing something was that they didn't really have any true effect on the final fight. These guys didn't really have much of an effect on Baki, number one. And secondly, there were a couple of glimpses of things that Pickle learned from these fighters, but not enough to really merit everything that we saw. I think they tried to include some type of camaraderie in their fights and how it affected Pickle, but I don't know, just the way that they wrote it, it didn't really land for me. Now I will say that the whole caveman thing was kind of cool, and obviously it goes with the whole anime style of being really wacky with the things that they do. It was kind of cool to see him trying to acclimate to the modern world and some of the things that he does just based off of pure instinct. You really get to see how he's a savage by the way that he fights all of these enemies and at the end of the day tries to eat them all. Like I said before, overall the worst part about this season is the actual fighting, which is sad to say when it comes to an action anime. Every 3 seconds that a fight started, it would get interrupted by some sort of explanation. So you really never got any real momentum in these fights. And I know that the explanations are meant to add a sense of wow to the entire fight, but it just really took away from the pacing. For example, when it came to the fight with Baki and Pickle, I felt like I was watching an RPG game. Baki does something, a bunch of words have to come on the screen and I need to wait. Pickle does something, a bunch of words are gonna come up on the screen explaining what just happened. Like, these guys breathed and I was getting an explanation as to how they were breathing. Sometimes I felt like I was watching Kenichi. Now Kenichi tries to fool you into thinking that you're watching a fighting anime, but you really aren't. They do a few moves and then all you see is stills of the action. A very effective way to not animate. The saddest part about this is that overall the art style is so detailed that it lends itself for great animation, but we get all of these stills and all of these explanations that just hold off the entire fight. I don't know guys, for me, I don't think this season was that great. Let me know what you think in the comments below.